Hey everybody, this is Joshua Tucker, the tendonitis expert. And in this video, we're going to talk about shoulder tendonitis. And we'll let you in on a couple little secrets about fixing shoulder tendonitis. So we'll talk about that picture, and we'll talk about that picture, and we'll talk about that picture. But let's start with what is shoulder tendonitis. So your doctor and your physical therapist will tell you that shoulder tendonitis is because you have inflamed tendons. Here everything's perfect and fine, and then magically, for some reason, like you used your shoulder too much, quote unquote, that you have inflammation on the tendon, maybe some micro tear. Unfortunately, the usual conversation stops right about there. They never go into why that inflammation is there, why you get some microtrauma there. They're going to tell you that it's repetitive strain injury or repetitive use injury. And there's an element of truth to that, but it doesn't really answer the question of why do you have shoulder tendonitis? Why does shoulder tendonitis develop? So it's important to know, if you want to fix shoulder tendonitis pain, it's important to know that there's much, much more to the story than just this right here. Maybe you have inflammation right there, maybe you have microtrauma. But you, again, need to know the answer to why. Why is that there? So let's talk about that a little bit. So what is shoulder tendonitis? Shoulder tendonitis is a dynamic, meaning there's multiple factors at play. So when the doctor tells you you have shoulder tendonitis, technically that just means you have inflamed tendons. But realistically what it means is there's dynamic, and that dynamic is made up of three factors: muscle and connective tissue tightness, inflammation, and nutritional insufficiency, meaning you don't have enough of the right nutrition. So anytime you're told you have tendonitis, what you're really being told is that you have tightness, inflammation, and nutritional insufficiency, and that all three of those factors work together to cause pain and problem. Unfortunately, your doctor won't tell you that. Your doctor won't tell you that your tendonitis is really tightness, inflammation, and nutritional insufficiency, because your doctor doesn't know that. Your doctor only focuses on symptoms, only focuses on where you hurt. So if you ask a doctor, why do I have shoulder tendonitis or rotator cuff problems, they're going to answer with, well, it's your job, or maybe it's poor posture. They won't say that these muscles right here are too tight, or these muscles right here are too tight, and or these muscles right here are too tight. They'll just say, well, you did repetitive motions and therefore you have an inflamed tendon, and this right here, that's the problem. One secret to fixing tendonitis is knowing that this right here is just a symptom. And you need to focus on the cause of the pain. So, the cause of the pain is muscle and connective tissue tightness, chronic inflammation, and the triggers of inflammation, and nutritional insufficiency. Your doctor won't tell you that because your doctor doesn't know. Your physical therapist, for the most part, is not going to tell you that. They might tell you it's due to some tightness, and they might say there's some inflammation, but rarely do either of those talk about nutrition, and rarely do they put these three factors together. If you want to fix your shoulder tendonitis, and pay attention because this is secret number one, is you have to deal with all three of these if you want to get better. So what's another secret? What's another secret to fixing shoulder tendonitis? Well, let's go here. So secret number one is that there's multiple factors. Secret number two is that, again, this right here is not the problem. It's just a symptom. You have to focus on the causes. And there's multiple causes. Aside from tightness, inflammation, and nutritional insufficiency, if you hurt right here, for instance, there's a lot that could be involved as far as that tightness. You can have tightness at the neck and shoulder, top of the shoulder. You can have tightness in the front of the pecs. You can have tightness on the back side. You can also have tightness in your lats and other muscles in the armpit area. So let's just call this secret number 2. There's a lot of things I can tell you. I don't know what's secret or not, but let's call this secret number 2. If you have shoulder tendonitis, then you're going to have pain probably right there, maybe on top. For the most part, you're going to have pain somewhere up in here. Let's clear this out for a better picture. So, if you have shoulder tendonitis, for the most part, you're going to have pain on the front part and top part of the shoulder. And all the attention from your doctors and PTs is going to be at the top part of the shoulder. They're going to do stretching and they're going to do strengthening. They're going to do all sorts of stuff. But what they're going to totally ignore is secret number 2 to fixing shoulder tendonitis. And that is that your pecs, your lats, and other armpit area muscles, they are a major, major culprit. So notice that these are big, strong muscles. And these ones up here, they're small little muscles. So big muscles pull down, little muscles pull up. Which do you think is going to win? The big muscles. If nothing else, when you raise up your arm towards the ceiling, for instance, these little muscles have to work up against the gravity, plus whatever weight you're lifting, plus all the resistance of these big muscles. So point being, and I'll summarize secret number 2. Point being, you have small muscles on top, big muscles down here, and if you have pain up here, let's say right there, partly that's because these muscles have to work so hard to overcome these bigger, stronger muscles. So that's secret number 2. Let's summarize that a little bit. So, secret number 1 is that there's multiple factors to the tendonitis dynamic. 3 factors: tightness, inflammation, nutritional insufficiency. And it's important, it's vital for an effective treatment to totally get rid of the tightness, totally get rid of the inflammation, and totally get rid of the nutritional insufficiency if you want to fix this shoulder tendonitis. Otherwise, you're doing too little, you're doing not enough, and not enough things, and the pain is just going to come back. Even if you get a little results at first, like if you rest for a week, pain goes away, you feel great, but then you go back out doing whatever you do, and the pain comes right back. That's because you didn't get rid of the tightness, you didn't get rid of the inflammation, and you didn't get rid of the nutritional insufficiency. Get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it, and pain will go away. Secret number 2 is the big muscles under the shoulder. Again, if you want to fix your shoulder tendonitis, you must effectively deal with those. So if you'd like to find out more about shoulder tendonitis, go ahead and visit my website, tendonitisexpert.com, and find the appropriate page. And if you'd like to fix your shoulder tendonitis, then I recommend my Reversing Shoulder Tendonitis program, which shows you exactly what you need to do to get rid of your pain and fix your shoulder tendonitis.